Hello, the doc is in. Welcome back to another chapter of Chainsaw Man, chapter 125, Apple Thief. In the last chapter, we get two big events. Asa and Yoru have a little bit of a heart-to-heart. We find out exactly what are Asa's problems. And basically, I imagine we're going to have the both of them go through a small therapy session where Asa needs to get over her problems. Well, not get over her problems, but like kind of deals with her problems, maybe comes to terms with them a little bit, and Yoru and Asa are going to become closer. As it seems, Yoru actually does somewhat care about Asa, which is quite nice. On the other, I wouldn't say half, but on the last part of the chapter, we have the chef devil, falling devil. Every time. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna run on longer than this. The joke, I mean. But nonetheless, falling devil. We find that she cooks some devil hunters up and serves up this soup. Not gonna even bother with the name. And she gives it to this giant caterpillar-looking thing. We don't know what devil that is. We also don't know if it's supposed to be important what devil that is. But we do find out that the main course is awesome. Her terror and sadness and depression makes the most delicious food, and so she's going to be cooked. But that was the end of the chapter. We don't know if they've met up yet. They haven't. We find out in this chapter, but let's just get into this chapter. All right, so the chapter starts off with the fallen devil basically just picking up ingredients. She's going grocery shopping for the main course. We got a couple of eyes, a couple of ears, just stealing stuff off to people while she's walking by. And she's like, okay, I got the eyes, 4 ears, that leaves apples. And so she comes to the grocery store and I wouldn't say throws, but with the falling curse thing, we got the grocery lady falling into the ceiling of her grocery store, and she's apologizing to the devil, and the devil's like, oh, chill. I just need to get some apples, all right? As long as I get my groceries, I'm not gonna hurt you. Don't worry. And presumably the lady just helps her do her shopping, and then the falling devil just leaves, which is such an interesting thing to do. It's pretty funny to think that she quite literally is going grocery shopping, and just with the way she does things, it's like, she comes outside and she's like, all right, I think I got everything. Then she's like, oh shoot, I need the head of a man. Oh my god, can someone spare their head, please? It's for my dish. It's like, it's gonna leave someone's death, right? But it is quite funny to think that in the devil's head, it's like, dog, I'm just chefing up for my guests. What do you want me to do? But as she's asking for some head, pause on that heavy. But we have some devil hunters, right? Off in the distance. They got the sniper perch and they're like, fire. And they just blow her to bits. And she's regenerating and almost instantly comes back together. And she's basically like, honestly, I'm not really trying to kill all y'all. Senseless violence isn't really my vibe. If I could just get a spare head, we'd be all good. Then blast her to bits once again. And then falling devil sighs, and then she basically throws all the perches, perch plural, perches, into the sky and probably to hell. And it sounds weird, throws the perches. What does that mean? She throws the whole building they were perched on into hell. No better way to describe it. And then as they're flying away, because they attacked her, and as she mentioned, if you don't attack me, I'm not gonna bother killing you, she takes one of their heads and she's like, thanks. And so then she's like, oh, all's well, now time to just get the last piece. Asa, chainsaw straight through the chest. Ooh, nasty work. Then my lovely man Denji literally walks, I wouldn't say walks, but practically walks right through her and is like, you stole those apples, apple thief. I mean, I guess she did steal them, but she did very directly ask for them also. It's kind of interesting. But nonetheless, Denji literally tears right through her. She retaliates by cutting him into pieces. He regenerates the ripcords from, I guess you could say, the from Pochita grab his head and body, and like they reconnect his body, and like as they're reconnecting his body, like he's tearing through hers again, and she's like, my word, this is the first time I've been on the menu. End of chapter. It's so interesting, like to just like it's so odd how she is. Not because I don't like it, I actually quite like it, but it is so interesting to just have like a devil be so like civilized in a sense, like just to say like obviously she's murdering people and like, you know, mutilating them, but it's also just interesting to think about it in terms of like the idea of like, like she really isn't really trying to cause damage for real. Like in essence, she is a chef and she's just like, oh, I need my ingredients and I'm not making food. So that is interesting. Denji's here, which is such a nice sight to see. It's interesting that he's not falling upwards, but maybe the falling curse hasn't been put on him, because people were theorizing about that, like, oh, if Denji gets hit by the falling curse, I don't think it's really called the falling curse, but let's gets hit with the falling curse, he's gonna fall straight through that door, or maybe he won't. It really could go either way. So presumably coming up into this next chapter we will see. And since Chainsaw Man's here, we may see the Yoru Chainsaw Man interaction finally. How that'll go, I don't think they're really gonna fight just yet. If they do see each other, I think it will be like a Yoru's like, I want to get him, but for one reason or another they can't at this moment, and so Yoru lets it go, but she's like, yeah, I'll get him soon or whatever, something like that. That's what my assumption is. And Denji and Asa are going to work together to take down the Falling Devil, / maybe the Falling Devil will just go back to hell. Maybe she'll just be like, you know what, whatever, it's too much work for me, and leave. Hey, like I said, there's a number of directions this could go, but that's my presumption. Maybe they'll just leave. Outside of that, chapter was relatively straightforward, just fun, action scene, funny, enjoyed. With it all being said, thank you for watching the video, and the doc is out. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe and watch the videos on the right. Other than that, the doc is out. Bye.